Finally turning a fork in the road, he sees upon the grassy hill his castle, mighty strong, crafted of good stone and glass, sturdy as a tassel. The meadow is rife with daisies, cornflowers, pimpernels, and buttercups. There was no hassle. There were its towers and its gate, its foundation and blocks, the rotund sheep grazing the field in flock. Roses of red and white were spreading their petals on the bush, readying for new spring, and the air was perfumed with sweetness, just the thing. A white forest arose around his land, the very darling land he built with his own hands. Oh, how he missed this place, and he could not help but form a grin on his face. In the fallow fields brimming with pumpkins, squash and cabbage green, the peasants in their hoes and in the fresh soil raking, plowing, tilling, preening. Atop the hill, leaning at the door, was his most beautiful wife, Adelaide evermore. Her hair was as bright as the golden sun, flowing and long it matched her eyes as one. Here she stood in a bodice of caramel nut brown, when the knight saw her looking down at him with a warm, gracious smile. It sent his heart racing a mile, for that right there it what love was. And just because to some they do not see the value, to him it is no issue. A man who loves his wife and tends to his farm and protects her from harm is richer than the king, and he may bring her flowers from the garden fair, knotted in her hair. We are together here, my lamb. Though his wealth be small, it's far greater than any golden hall. Burning one, the knight's heart is aflame. He cannot quench the fire within. His limbs are weak, his mind is lost. For your love he would give anything, the one you are to give him song. How he longs to place a petal in your heart and paint your beauty in art. As he crests the hill, splendid in banking fog, he sees a dog, a domestic dog, a stray dog, belonging to no one and all alone, running among the stones. The mutt stops here and there to sniff at the traces, confronted by the idyllic picture of the castle it races. The knight thinks he cannot grasp the true key to war, held fast in the palms of popes, coveted by gore or lore. The peasants bent over their furrows are denied knowledge of the terrible task of war, in which was his burrow. For the poor folks, stripped lean, destitute, starving, war is a rumor. The flickering of fire in the distance, it is humor. The marching of troops on the road, carrying their loads, is for the hound, the dog. The night thinks it does not know there was a war, thunder, or murder, or plunder. Treaties blessed by God, it will carry on eating, rousing, sleeping, coupling with other dogs. How odd, ignoring in ignorance that the night was far away fighting. The frontier was being undone, slashing, biting, order to be drawn up in another pattern. Indeed, the dog will never know that the vicar of Christ was being dragged, bleeding through the streets at VII, or of the emperor, naked and lonely, day and night forever, behind a door that will never open. It shall never know the flower of Christendom was boiled alive, broken, trust beheaded, and his limbs quartered in the market square. To a dog the noise of war is frightening as a storm splitting the air. It would bark at a stranger or wag its tail if it had found her friendly, been given scraps or a pat gently. And now as the knight moves his horse over the hill, he feels proud of being a knight, fighting for what was right, being a part of the chessboard's mystery, belonging to some portion, even though only the names of kings and lords will appear in history, in small letters perhaps. And the knight feels sorry, dreadfully sorry, for the peasants who do not belong, mayhaps. He was amazed at the dog, content in its life, and snoring away at night. Who shall never know there were ever any nights? Wonder assails the traveler, the knight, seeing this dog come to him as it would greet another, without distinguishing from the other, not suspecting the disasters and heroic deeds that girdle his armor. It was the thing, the last links of chain are not of war, a charmer. It is the same that the dog ignores what the peasant knows. The peasants ignore what the knight sows. The knight ignores what kings cowl, and the popes ignore what God knows in truth, but instead prowls. It fills the night with hope that if God may include in history the knight's name, and the priests, masters of the game, will make him holy for bravery and flame. Then the Lord in the clouds will absolve the brand, all his sins declared he did on the far-off land, and let him know in heart he is a good man, that for all he went through will get recognition in paradise. And